Hi, I'm Susan Solovic, the small business expert, and here's your daily tip. So you've decided you want to go into business and maybe you'd like to have a partner. I understand why that sounds attractive to you. After all, going out there all on your own, it can be really scary. So I see a lot of people who want to start their businesses, and typically it's with a friend, maybe a family member. Sometimes it's with an investor, and sometimes with maybe a business colleague that you've done business with before. You both respect each other. You got this great idea. Let's go into business. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, sure. A partnership is fine at the beginning. You're excited about your new venture. Everybody's optimistic. You can't imagine anything going wrong. But it's sort of like a courtship, getting engaged, getting married, and going on the honeymoon. And then the problems start. And we all know that over 50% of all marriages end in divorce. And I'd venture to guess that more than that number go out of business when it's a partnership. So before you tie the knot, so to speak, and go into business as a partnership, you need to have what's known as a partnership agreement. Now, that's kind of a prenup, if you will. And what it does is it covers everything that would happen if something goes wrong. So it's going to cover things like allocation of profits and losses, the percentages of ownership, who has the decision-making power, what happens if you can't agree, how are you going to resolve conflict, and most importantly, what happens if one of the partners dies. You don't want to be in business with one of their heirs. So before you tie the knot and you go into that partnership, make sure you get the right professional advice and draft a partnership agreement. It could save a huge disaster down the road. Well, that's your daily tip. I'm Susan Solovic, the small business expert. Join me on Facebook, Twitter @Susan Solovic, and my website, susansolovic.com.